wish I could give you up.
So this is a brand that I particularly like, Blancpain, and I'm sort of looking forward to going inside and seeing, hopefully, to see the 50 Fathoms. So as you can see, Blancpain, this is one of the brands that I really like, and this boutique on Bond Street, it's delightful. It's a real pleasure walking into this type of boutique. You think it will be nice, but when you're in, it's lovely. You want to sit down and relax, and the staff here are lovely. Anyway, Blancpain. So look what we have here now. This one here, this is the new tech, and it happens to be one of my favorites because I love the Blancpain diver style. And notice the tech in orange and the second hand matching the orange bracelet. Now, I think people that like the 50 Fathoms, and before we go to the tech, look at the 38. This watch, for me, they both work, but the 42 is perhaps definitely for me is my favorite size, but I definitely would go up to this one because for me a large statement watch like this, and if I'm very careful, I'll turn it over so we can see the engine room, but look at that, the Blancpain automatic movement there, and hopefully you can see that. Isn't that lovely? It does have that. It's got all the Blancpain DNA design. It's really lovely, and I love the proprietary straps here. And of course, the build quality is absolutely delightful. Look at that, the mechanism built into the rubber there to enable it to quick release connect to the case, and you can see how they've designed it. For me, these are designed so the engineering that goes into a Blancpain watch, I think, is amazing. And this classic, timeless design, I don't know if people agree with me, but for me, this Blancpain diver, it's got to be. I know that watch fans, really love it, and for me, it's really got my attention. This is super. Anyway, this is just a very quick shot. I mean, look, we're really sport for choice here. And I have to say, the 38mm, this one here, that is such a good size. Because if you are a person that is conscious about the size and you are wanting slightly smaller, this works. This works on a smaller wrist and also a large wrist, in my opinion. Anyway, there we go. Aren't they lovely? But look, I just wanted to quickly show you. Look at this with the bracelet off, because once again, look at the engineering involved here. And actually, I'll get the white one. Look at the engineering, what they've done to enable this quick release mechanism to work. Isn't that delightful? And see, it fits just like that. And I thought to myself, how would the white bracelet look? And it actually fits. I'm looking through a camera here, but look at that. Imagine that for summer. And now I've got this watch in the hand, I'm even more taken by it, because of course we have the black option here, and we have the orange option. So you're sort of, I suppose you're getting three different watches with the one watch. I think it's very smart that Blancpain have done that. And look at that. Oh wow, that is good, isn't it? You can see that I'm convincing myself, but that's happening because I've got the thing in my hand, and that's very, very nice. And look at the Blancpain movement. I think that the Blancpain fans are going to really enjoy the see-through back there into the engine room. Isn't that delightful? That is very, very nice. Okay, so the loom, yes. Oh, wow. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, that is very nice. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. I know people love the luminescence of mechanical watches. It's very nice. I had to very quickly show you this. You see, it's on the titanium bracelet, and look at that. And hopefully the glare isn't too much, but isn't that delightful? I do apologise, I've got the camera in one hand and the watch in the other, but isn't that lovely? Okay, so hopefully we've got the lighting in a way that we can see there, but I really wanted to show you the titanium bracelet and the blue rubber strap next to it like that. And then if I come out and then back in, we can see the 42 and the 36 together. But what I like about these two is you can wear both. I suppose depending on what mood you're in, you could have the slightly smaller one day, or, and I was just thinking, how cool would this be if you bought both of these, one for you and one for your partner? Wouldn't that be cool? And I thought I had to show you, but once again, hopefully I've captured the titanium bracelet there. But I mean, I love the fact that you can have it on a rubber bracelet or the titanium is lovely. And then, you know, just because the tech is there, I thought I have to show you that again. And I hopefully, Blancpain in the future might release a titanium bracelet for this model, because I think that would be very delightful. And of course, you know, you can see the two straps there. But the reason I'm showing you these is because I'm such a fan. You can probably tell in my voice that I like these watches very much myself. But there you go, aren't these lovely? This is the 50 Fathoms, and the tech.
And now we've had this Blancpain event here from a brand that I'm so fond of. It's like this, in a world of very noisy, very marketing-driven brands, Blancpain speaks quietly but forcefully. And I think you're going to learn tonight that the authenticity of this brand is what makes it sort of heartwarmingly attractive in a world that is driven so often by marketing and smoke and mirrors. So that's my first big compliment to what you do at Blancpain. There'll be more to come. But tonight we are going to learn all about the 50 Fathoms. Before we do that, I need to ask Alexios an existential question. Who is Blancpain?
Hi, it's a good question. Thank you. First of all, you said we don't make very much noise, you know, and it's the marketing. We don't do so much, you know. It's my job, so thank you.
Okay, I'll see myself there.
I say it was my predecessor. Who is Blancpain? Well, we are known as the oldest watchmaking brand, you know, in existence today, 290 years, which, you know, getting so close to 300, we don't make a big fuss around it as other brands are doing at the moment. We have three main pillars at Blancpain. It's three moments of our history. We had a period in 1920s, 30s, which was, you know, Blancpain was known for ladies' watches, exclusively for that. Then in the 50s, we were known for diving watches with the 50 Fathoms. We'll speak more about it. And then in the 80s, we were known for classic timepieces and complications. But every time it was a kind of monomaniac situation with one collection. Today, for the first time, Blancpain has a balanced situation with three pillars, with approximately 30% of classic timepieces, diving timepieces, and ladies' timepieces. So we are a balanced, quiet company trying to be very good in what we're doing in the product.
Thank you. And look, it is a quiet company, but if there is a conversation in the watch world today that everyone's engaging in, it is around Blancpain. So you are all here with this brand at a moment when there's a lot of chatter. Now that is at the moment centering around a very big month for the brand. There has been the launch of the Blancpain Swatch Green Abyss. there has been the launch of the. Where is Marie Ansel?
I'm here.
Here we go. Have you still got it? There is the mother of pearl pink 38mm on a like candy striped NATO. There's been another degradé 38mm watch, and then 2 days ago, the brand dropped a long awaited 38mm version of the 50 Fathoms. So we are reaching a real peak moment. And how does it feel to be back in the news, to be spoken about? We did an interview before focusing on what people are speaking about, but how do you feel right now? Because you are, for a quiet brand, it's quite loud.
Strange. No, I'm kidding. No, it's a great moment. I mean, with these 38mm 50 Fathoms, of course everybody was expecting it, but the 50 Fathoms is known as a large watch for men. And we wanted also to, we have very good partners in the Ocean Commitment, among which we have underwater photographers like Alan and Jade, who are here in the audience with us today. And we also wanted to mark that the 50 Fathoms is for all the wrists. So we have 3 sizes now. I think, everyone, men, women, can have their size of preference. Once they try it on, they will find theirs. But we wanted to mark it. And the mother of pearl dials, the pink one and the black one, are like a yin and yang, but they make this statement, look at us. Because before, many people would not look at this segment, So now I think we have completed a little bit this collection.
Now, look, we have had a really good chance to have some pre-talk before this, and I asked the question that is on a lot of people's lips on YouTube right now, and there are 2 big questions that are I feel that you probably wouldn't expect to be asked in public, but you answered them so well, I'm going to put them to you again. Now, there are 2 things that are being spoken about with this watch. One, why doesn't Blancpain do a 40mm 50 Fathoms? Because it's almost like it's shooting at a target and it's going 45, 38, 42, and there's this big 40mm target. And again, tonight, I've had so many people say to me, will they ever do a 40mm 50 Fathoms? So again, it's not a question you'd expect a host to ask and put you on the spot, but I've already done that on video. So I know exactly how you're going to handle this. Tell the people.
No, we spoke before about this. We want to go out of the millimeter discussion. I know people are very.
A millimeter can make a difference.
Andrew was saying before, 40mm is the perfect size for a watch. But then it depends. Does the watch have large lugs, short lugs? Does it have a large dial opening or a large bezel making the dial opening smaller? Just try it on. When we presented the 42mm last year, we had people coming finally in a Blancpain boutique, because finally it was 42, and they bought the 45mm. The reality is that. Myself, I tried the 42, I said, finally everybody's speaking about it. In titanium, I didn't like it, I prefer the 45. Now I have the stainless steel, I love it. Probably it's a bit heavier, it's shinier, I don't know why, but in 42 I prefer stainless steel, in 45 I prefer titanium. But let's go out of this, 42, I buy it, 45, it's horrible. I don't understand that, sorry.
So I'm on a roll, I've offended Alexios 2 times, I'm going to go for 3. Now, the other comment is comparing an entry-level 50 Fathoms or a 38mm 50 Fathoms with the Rolex Submariner. This is something that if you're looking through the YouTube comments, there is this constant comparison between these 2 preeminent, probably the 2 titans of the dive watch world are being compared. You don't like that too much?
No, not really. I mean,
so I thought I'd bring it up in front of like 100 people.
No, I think both watches are excellent, but in a different segment. It's a different way you produce them. I mean, if you look at the finishings, and we spoke about that before, again, on the 50 Fathoms, you have, if we look at the finishings of the case, you have the curved surfaces that are polished or brushed. You have the flat surfaces. You have a sharp edge in between. You know how much time you need to do that? It's not the same thing. When you take even a bathyscaphe at Blancpain, which has other particularities that make it exceptional, but you have the side of the watch, it's quite easy, like
it's a brush.
Other brush. It's brushed, it's very nicely done, it's perfect. Then, this is one thing. Then you have the movement. the movement is also hand finished. Just, you know, it's open work, the watch, you can see inside, you can see what you have there, the movements we have, it's 120 hours power reserve in the 42 and 45, it's 100 hours power reserve here. I mean, it's a different way of doing it. We're not doing million plus watches a year. We have 700 people working, watchmakers and artisans doing the number of watches we do, which is something between 20 and 30,000 watches a year. So it's a different way, but we have value in these watches that is not the same. So why do we compare that? If we look at, I had a look, I have to say it, sorry, I mean, I might get fired when I go back.
I've already been fired, so.
No, I had a look before coming, I knew these questions you were going to ask me, but I looked at the Patek Philippe Nautilus in stainless steel with a stainless steel bracelet. It's $9,000 more than the 50 Fathoms in stainless steel. Then you look at the Vacheron, it's $4,000 or $5,000 more. Why suddenly the 50 Fathoms? It's shocking. You know? Twice. I don't understand it. Again,
I am, believe it or not, that question was leading you to a happy place. It's leading you to this gentleman here. I said, what watches are you into? He said, I'm not into Rolex. So he flipped the question and said, I don't own a Rolex, so, or you don't own a modern Rolex. So there are people, and he's wearing 50 Fathoms, 42 millimeters, am I right? 42.3, 42.3. Geez, Blancpain people aren't particular at all. But look, the last question I have for you around the noise that's going around today is the confusion about this mother of pearl model. Because many, including myself, did think it was a Swatch. So, in your opinion, was the Swatch Blancpain collaboration successful? If, when a watch comes out like that, people don't know the difference between the two?
Well, no, it's different when you see a photo of a watch and your first impression and when you take the watch in your hands. I mean, but I think the collaboration has been very successful. I'm very happy with it because it makes us also, it helps us to be understood as able to have fun, to say it this way. We are not speaking a lot, we're not making so much noise. It has attracted a lot of interest to Blancpain and to the history of the 50 Fathoms, to what we do in the ocean with the nudibranch stories in the Swatch. So people have discovered stuff about our brand, about the ocean. We have Laurent presenting a lot of stuff afterwards. We are doing this with a lot of passion because our CEOs are divers and passionate for it and want to share it. And this has helped us.
Yeah. So I have a bit of a challenge to the people in the room tonight. Please, and this is what I love about Time and Tide events. The watches come out of the cases. They go onto your wrists. Please try this watch on. Do not be shy getting any watch you see in the case on the wrist, including these incredible vintage examples that are here. I have to say thank you and hats off to the Blancpain team for making this event such an incredible time capsule for Blancpain. We're going all the way through from 1953. There's a copy of The Silent World there from the mid-century. It's just an incredible little time capsule of Blancpain experiences for people to have. I do want to finish on that point of the two CEOs because the 50 Fathoms story is as recent as 1953, and the 50 Fathoms was brought to life by a CEO of Blancpain. And then, after an illustrious time in that mid-century, it went to sleep for about 30 years. And it was brought back to life by a diving CEO in 2003. So this is a watch that exists because of the passion for diving that both those CEOs had. I think that sums up the brand in a really important way. Thank you so much, Alexios. And again, have you ever had a VP of marketing stand in front of people and face those kind of questions and be that honest? I just think that's more like that.
You take a hold of wish I could give you up, but you're my new favorite drug. Enter into my blood, run with my time.